The Rimmen Bank is an honorable institution. You'll find no place in Elsewhere that comes close to our gleaming reputation. Wouldn't want such a cozy little home. You have a look about you. Some sort of quality that's rare to find. And trust me, I'm never wrong about these sort of things. Can I interest you in a room at the local inn? Actually, wait, that came out wrong. Look, empty rooms are just bad for business. The upkeep alone costs me more than the place is worth. But I think we can come to a sort of arrangement. And not the sort of arrangement that involves a few drinks, let me be clear about that. I need someone to improve the reputation of my properties. A hero type who people look up to. And I have a feeling about you. You've done something great and are probably on the way to do something greater. Seems like we can help each other here. Yeah, all right. Details. I can see how this might be a bit sketchy, but don't worry. The inn room is well kept, conveniently located. I know you adventuring types wanting a home in every town. This would be a nice addition to your holdings. No catch. I just need someone to freshen up my image. And my gut tells me you're the one to do that. As long as you're not planning on turning it into a skooma den or an outlaw's refuge, the room is all yours. Oh, sure. You can set up some crafting stations, house your pets, display any treasures or trophies you've come upon in your adventures. Hey, you can even set up a target dummy to practice combat. Just don't demolish the place and we're good. Excellent. You won't regret this decision, I swear. Here's the deed and key to the room. Took me a while, but I finally was able to take them back from the last tenant. Required more time in the sewers than I had hoped for, but hey, that's business. Hope the room is to your liking. With your reputation, I'm sure you shouldn't have any trouble with the neighbors. If you do, remember death threats are not the way to go. Had a spot of trouble when my last tenant started sending those out. Nope, just make yourself at home. Spruce things up a bit. Honestly, I can't wait to see how you arrange the place. Hopefully you'll end up with a few less Daedric shrines than another former tenant of mine. Like 0. 0 is a good number. Oh, what a relief. I can't tell you how hard it is to wash bloodstains off of cobble floors. But that's not even the worst of it. I've had tenants cram their rooms with the wildest things. Mounts, foliage, assistants. I mean, it's an inn room. I own this and several other properties throughout Tamriel. It pays to diversify. Of course, that means I've got to look out for a variety of troubles, too. But hey, no one ever said the real estate business was easy.
chores, bones. Rigert knew he should have brought more mead.
Oh, I hope no one's hurt. This one shudders to think of the damage the beast could do.
Hello. Don't get many visitors. If you're here for the ruin, best to turn back. No good's come out of that place in several hundred years. Give or take a decade or so. What ruin? As if any other mattered. Leyloria, sealed up tighter than an Ansei tomb. Twice as dangerous. That's the kind of thing that happens when Daedric princes start feuding with one another. Shame what happened to Kulanway, though. Priestess of Azura. Molag Bal's been torturing her. Longer than you, me, maybe even these trees have been alive. And he's not like to stop unless someone makes him. Old Vestari tried. Haven't seen her since. Best of luck to you. Leyloria's sealed up tight, and by Azura's own hand. It'll take some doing to get in. Never mind thwart Molag Bal, rescue Kulanway, and make your way back here. Say hello to Vestari if she's still kicking, will you? It's been an age. Used to study magic back in the day, under a powerful mage named Vestari. Taught Tholor and me everything we know. We were her best students, so when she walked into Leyloria, she told us what to do if things went wrong. She gave us a crystal. Told us if the beacon on her tower ever turns red, we're to break it. No questions asked. When we do, everything around her tower, trees, Leyloria, all of it, will be unmade. If we don't, well, we're in trouble. Well, we're not sure exactly. But when Vestari went down there, Daedra poured out and killed all our fellow students. It was all we could do to make it to a safe vantage point. But the tower never turned. So here we are. Tholor says it's 100 years this reign's had. But me? I'd put it more at 97. Give or take a few.
Mortal, you stand above the sealed ruins of Leyloria. Within is a gateway to Cold Harbor, where my priestess, Kulanway, suffers at the hands of Molag Bal. Her pain is so great, it has torn a hole between worlds. This injustice must end. I am the Daedric Prince of Dawn and Dusk, the Mother of the Rose, who sealed Leyloria away from your world. I am Azura, mortal, and I would put an end to Kulanway's long suffering beneath its gates below. When Vestari found these ruins and sought to end Kulanway's torment, she failed and was lost. Go to Vestari's tower, follow her footsteps, and mortal, do not fail as she did.
Again? I mean, yes, mortal? Greetings, outsider. As the will of my prince is eternal, I heed your call. Azura. You know of Azura, don't you? Erai the fleet, she named me. But that was long ago. This shriveled vessel is but a shadow of my former glory. My wings ache to soar the skies of oblivion once more. Vestari pierced the seal with a relic known as the Twilight Heart. It still stands before the gates of Leyloria, bereft of magical energies. You'll need to feed it souls, and with all these Daedra about, you'll have your pick. The wizard Vestari kept quite the stock of sigil geodes, which I suppose should do. There are still some around. I can smell them from here. Ignoring the fact that my prince's unbreakable will compels me to open the way to Leyloria, despite the unspeakably bloody terror to greet you on the other side. You could be Molag Bal himself for all I know. I'd still help you open the door, Lord of Brutality or not. You aren't him, are you? Good. I'd expect the Harvester of Souls to be taller. Try waiting in a rock until someone calls your name. Then watch them reduce to a smear of viscera the moment you do what they've asked you to do. You try to find joy where you can. The joy of aiding another, of course. Of course, she was the last to summon me. Together we opened the ruins of Leiloria. She ventured in with her noble companions. I watched them die in a flood of Daedra. It was all I could do to escape and seal the ruin. Vestari's final command. Quite simple to use. Pointed at the Daedra you want to absorb, and the sigil geode does the rest. Just so. The power! I'd forgotten how it feels! Follow, outsider. Come see my prince's glorious domain.
Yes, Irai, despite your efforts.
My prince's children were legion. They should have overwhelmed you.
Molod Ball's chattel are nothing to me.
Blasphemy!
Stranger, if you're a foe to Molod Ball, stand with me.
Fools! I'll feast upon your eyes!
You've nowhere to fly, fiend. You can't escape me. The sigil geode? Do you still have it? Touching the sigil geode to Arai's forehead will absorb her soul. It's the only way we'll ever leave this place. If she dies outside of that stone, we'll spend the next century counting the tiles in this place. I noted 32,708, but you're welcome to check my figures. In the depths of this ruin is a portal leading straight to Cold Harbor. We can only close it from the other side. Once in Cold Harbor, we'll have no hope of escape unless Irai is inside that stone. Quickly! I can't keep this up for long.
It doesn't matter what you do to me. You'll be dead or trapped for 1,000 years. Molag Bal is my prince, you fool! I let Vestari believe I was Azura's servant, just as I let you believe. I led you into Cold Harbor's grasp, morsels for the god of schemes to pick from between his teeth.
At last, after all these years. I'm not one to hope any creature suffers, but with Irai, I'll make an exception. She can spend eternity in the sigil geode for all I care. Irai is bound to her tablet. While she's within the sigil geode, we can use her as a tether to escape from Cold Harbor. If I hadn't been so quick to destroy her those years ago, my companions would still be alive. Come, we should retrieve Kulanwe. At the base of these ruins is the hole her torment tears between worlds. But the moment we enter, Molag Bal's servants are likely to sense our presence. I'd have long ago made the attempt myself, if I had anywhere to flee. We must find Kulanwe and free her from whatever cruel device causes her so much pain. Doing so should end her torment. When she no longer cries out, the rift between Cold Harbor and Leyloria should close, I hope. I kept this library clear of Daedra, but the chambers beyond are home to a variety of the creatures. It may be best to avoid them. Can you feel her suffering, her agony? For 1,000 years, her pain tunneled through the void, always reaching for her last memories of a life free of suffering. No more! Come, we end this today. Shatter the soul prison. They shackle Kulanwe with wretched place. Kulan away from the altar.
Thank you.
We've done it. We freed Kulanway from her torment. Oh, it was worth the wait. Irai brought us both through the seal. It's only fitting she bring us back. I can use the sigil geode to trace her soul back, and then it's a simple matter to open a portal. Are you ready? Then prepare yourself. Departing Cold Harbor is never easy. It is good to stand beneath the sky once more, to feel the breeze upon my skin. And I wouldn't have made it here without you. My home is always open to you, should you care to visit. 88 years, 3 months, 11 days, 13 hours, 7 minutes. All right, I'm showing off. I used a simple spell to mark the time. It was the first thing I did when I realized I was trapped. It's not entirely precise, so I had to guess the minutes. Clear my Tower of Daedra for one, memorialize my companions who did not return, organize my effects. Then I'll find out what has transpired in this world since I left. I have some catching up to do. For a time, though I expect my attention shall be drawn elsewhere soon enough. There was something different in Cold Harbor. The air was a little too full, the fires too bright. Molag Bal's Corner of Oblivion holds many secrets. I plundered several from his halls a lifetime ago. Did you know? I did it to impress a boy. What a fool I was. Telakar, a powerful mage, brilliant, always focused upon his work, hardly striking, though such things never mattered to me. It took my escapade in Cold Harbor to convince him there were adventurous women outside of his books, but that was long ago. It is good to...
Kulanway, beloved of the Wild Ones, my priestess returns from the clutches of Cold Harbor at last. So I have seen. A mortal has managed what the eternal dead could not. Much when it is time. You have taught humility to a Daedric prince, mortal. Tread carefully, for he will attempt to exact his revenge. Now go with my blessing. When I have need of you, you will know.
I'm sorry. They forced me to do it. I had no choice.
Healer!
You did it. I'm free.
pathetic attempts to save this world amuse me. My subjects failed me. They deserve to be destroyed.
Excuse me. Did you know my husband? What brings you to my husband's grave? I don't think we ever met. My husband was a guard for a merchant caravan. One day he found a magic amulet on a dead man laying in the road. Almost overnight he became despondent, and when he spoke, he would only talk about the bandits he had killed while defending the caravan. No, nothing worked. I even paid to have the origin of the amulet divined, and learned it was crafted in Cormount. Surprisingly, my husband volunteered to go, but he was found dead not far from town the next day, and the amulet was gone. If you have the amulet, I suggest you find a way to be rid of it as soon as possible, before you lose the will to even try.
need of your particular talents.
One of my favorite things about Grahtwood is the way the stars look through the tree canopy. It really is quite lovely. But I'm letting myself grow distracted. How may I help you? There's really only Rondrin, but he's been retired for a while now.
If you are looking for custom jewelry, you should know I'm retired. My amulet! Tell me! Did it do its work? Did the Argonians suffer? The brigand who killed my son! It took all my resources to make that amulet and track him down. You see, I'm not a strong or violent man, but I do know my craft. That amulet is my masterpiece. It magnifies the guilt of taking a life, slowly overwhelming the wearer with grief until he takes his own life. It's a little bit of poetry, if I do say so myself. Although it's been so long, I was beginning to doubt it worked. What? That can't be! You're lying! The Argonian sent you, didn't he? He's not dead at all, is he? This isn't right. This person obviously did not deserve to die. What have I done? Give me the amulet. I made it impossible to give away, but I created it, so you should be able to give it to me. I thank you for bringing me closure on my son's killer. I know what I have to do now. It's my turn to wear the amulet now. If anyone is guilty, if anyone deserves it, it's me. I created this abominable object. It's only fitting that I am destroyed by it. It's justice. Now it is time for you to leave and for me to reap what I've sown. I was a successful jeweler in my day. Take this for your troubles and go on with your life. I deserve to suffer. All those lives ruined because of my petty need for vengeance. I deserve worse. Leave me be.
At your service.
Hold. We've observed your travels through Grahtwood and have need of your particular talents. Our eyes are everywhere in Grahtwood. We've fixed them upon you for some time. We're in need of an outsider, unknown in Cormount. Someone with versatility. I'm privileged to be a Vine-Dusk Ranger. We report directly to King Camoran Eredon, ruler of the Wood Elves. We protect his rule against all threats, without or within. The Black Sap Rebellion, for one. Though nearly broken at the Dominion's formation, its last remnants plague Cormount. With your help, we can finally end our civil war. If you're agreeable, I'll open a portal to our base of operations. Give me a moment to open the portal. There you go. Quickly now, enter the portal. The portal transfer is complete.
Good. It's who we've been expecting. You're in no danger here, friend. Come, let us speak. Cormount is where the Black Sap Rebellion began. With your help, Cormount will be where it ends. The Vine-Dusk Rangers need you to flush out the Black Sap leaders. Killing them will only fuel the flames of rebellion. They must be brought into custody. After General Andare broke their backs, we pacified the remnants of the Black Sap. Every rebel in Grahtwood knows our faces. But not yours. Your anonymity allows you to get close and capture their leaders. The Black Sap hate the King, but they have less love for the Dominion. We know they're planning something. Given their methods, it will be loud and bloody. We can't allow this to fester. But if we capture its leaders, the rebellion ends overnight. Goranir is strong as an ox and just as proud. His brother Lorchan seems to have more eyes in Grahtwood than we do. Both are sons of Gelthior, cousin to King Camoran Eredon, traitor to his people, and the prisoner for whom this place was built. Nothing we didn't know already. Gelthior is the king's cousin, so we're forbidden from using harsher methods. More's the pity. If you care to question him yourself, do so before you leave. You won't return here unless his sons are in hand. Meet with Trethane Eardell, our agent in Cormount. It took months, but she identified locals connected to the Black Sap. She'll get you started. Once you've departed, Farainor will seal the portal. None must know we're holding Gelthior at this location. Or that he's alive, for that matter. You hear that, Gelthior? It's the last of your rebellion collapsing upon itself.
Say the word, and I'll open a portal to Cormount. Once you pass through, it will seal behind you. If you have anything to do before you leave, now is the time.
It doesn't matter if you think you saw Nothris eat a potato. I can't do anything without proof.
Thank you, Trethane. I won't have my good name sullied by this fanatic.
A year ago, we'd have buried him up to his neck for blasphemy.
Enough! I've given my ruling. Now both of you, please get on with your lives. I don't want to hear any more of this. Yes? How can I help you? I'm sorry you had to witness that. I knew Cormount's citizens were zealous about the Green Pact, but sometimes they go hunting for trouble. Yes, Farina said I'm to support you in tracking down Gelthiel's sons. We'll start with Lorchon, the Black Sap spy master. If we capture him first, his brother Goronir will be without eyes. And before you ask, I lost it in the war. The Black Sap rebellion started here. It won't surprise you to learn Cormount's citizens provide food and gold to the remnants. They use special phrases to arrange meetings. If you know the phrases, you can get to the remnants. The phrases change weekly. Definitely the work of Lorchon. Lucky for you, I've done the scut work. You'll find this week's phrases in the journal next to me. I leave it to you to work out which ones to use. The Black Sap protects its own. I can't imagine they'll be happy. You'll see a list of known sympathizers in the journal. Approach them, and use the right phrase to set up a meeting with Lorchon. Find me when you're done. Everything should be in the journal. Be careful. Cormount has been crawling with Black Sap.
Everything you see comes from something I killed myself. In Cormount, we use what we hunt. That's strange. I haven't seen a peeper around here in quite some time. Everything you see comes from some... That's strange. I haven't seen a peeper around here in quite some time. Imposter!
You leave Cormount in my stomach!
Damn tree thane. Thinks she knows what's best for Cormount. Wasn't born here, wasn't raised here. If I didn't know any better, I'd say she's a plant from Eldenroot. That's strange. I haven't seen a peeper around here in quite some time. You aren't one of us!
Come on, filth!
husband spends so much time with his books. I can never pull him away, especially when it's time to hunt. That's strange. I haven't seen a peeper around here in quite some time. That's true. Say, do you know why the peeper's skin is red? Blacksap, help!
Pagalthio!
Keeping myself busy here.
Talk to my father if you're looking for potions. We don't keep our stock here. That's strange. I haven't seen a peeper around here in quite some time. That's true. Say, do you know why the peeper's skin is red? You're a new face. What do you want? Head to the butcher's ground. He'll be there when he's ready. We won't speak again.
Have you secured a meeting with Lorchan? Of course. It's where General Andare cut down most of their forces. The Jade Dragoons struck at night, from all directions. The Black Sap never stood a chance. They tried to surrender, but General Andare had ordered her soldiers to cleanse the area. Seems the Jade Dragoons always follow orders. No good reason, I'm sure of it. But we don't have a choice. If Lorchan shows up, you'll need to capture him. Here, these were Galthior's rings. His sons will recognize them immediately. As soon as Lorchan puts it on, he'll be transported to the hidden prison. One of Farina's more devious enchantments. He's still calling himself that? The boy needs a hobby. He once proposed we use his portals to send the contents of our latrine into a Black Sap camp. The perfect distraction, he said. We called him the Master of Privies for a month. We need Lorchan and his brother. See if you can get him to talk about where Goronir is hiding. You have a ring for each brother. Once you've captured them both, Farina will find you. And if we don't meet again, it's been an honor. Now back to my mind-numbing duties. Good luck out there. Something I can do for you.
I see my Black Sap are no match for you. I know you're working for those Vine Dust cowards. I knew the moment you arrived in Cormount. But you wish to speak with me. Why? Are you? I admit, I'm not one for direct confrontation. That's more Goronir's style. I've long preferred to fade into the background, which I'll do unless you have anything of value to say. Alive? He's been missing for the better part of the year. Everyone thought him dead. I've long suspected he lives and have an inkling of who holds him. Tell me the name of his jailer, and I'll know if you speak the truth. I see. Very well, I wish to turn myself in. Take me to my father. If he's alive, I must speak with him. The Black Sap Rebellion needed my family to begin, and now it lives in the heart of the people. It will flourish in time. But I'd rather be at my father's side when it happens. I did surrender, yes? Shall we be off? My brother is in a cave on the other side of Cormount. Good luck reaching him. He has many soldiers at his command, and he's not much for talking before acting. And you should hurry before he sets his plan in motion. As I said, he's not much for talking, sometimes not even to me. I do know how much he loathes the Jade Butcher, and that he wants to repay the Dominion in kind. I told you where to find Goronir, now take me to my father. To identify me as your prisoner, so the Vine Dust don't kill me on sight? Very well. I'm ready to go when you are. How unexpected.
Now, pull him through!
down! If the intruder made it here, you'll be just another notch on the scabbard! Are you with the Vine Dusk Rangers? The Justiciars? The Fighters Guild? It doesn't matter. I know why you're here. Justice! Queen Irene invaded our land and killed our people! All in the name of the false king Camoran Eredon! The only justice is in the soil, where her Jade Butcher slaughtered our people! And now, that very soil will rise up to take back what is rightfully ours! Our constructs already rise to take back Cormount. Those who follow the Green Pact will see the forest rise against the Dominion invaders, fitting revenge for the Jade Butcher's work. You can't stop anything. It has already begun. The Dominion camps will know the pain and fear General Andare brought us one long bloody year ago. I only regret one thing. I hope to end the Jade Butcher myself, to honor the memory of my father. Lies! Our best sorcerers spent a year searching for any sign of him. But there's no trace. My father is dead. It's my father's ring. I took it from his bedroom when I was a child. When he found out, he boxed my ears. This proves nothing. Only that you may have slain my father before you came for me. You have Lorchon as well? It doesn't matter. The Dominion camps will fall to our constructs, and the people will rise behind the Black Sap. I won't listen to your lies about my family. All right, lead me to my father. A trick!
A little extortion.
finished. We're at the West Bridge. Come, join us.
Our hero returns. Foraino, open a portal. Meroth wants to speak with our friend.
Yes, ma'am.
Stop your relentless pace.
Stop bickering. Gag you both. Come in. Good work out there. The Black Sap are leaderless and their attack was blunted thanks to your quick work. Cormount will heal in time. We'll keep them here until the king says otherwise. Better they're thought missing than known to be alive or dead. The Black Sap leadership won't know what to do. Agreed. They're traitors. And traitors deserve no sympathy. They'd spend the rest of their days in this hole if I had any say. Here, a little present. I can't make you a vine dust ranger, but I can give you something to show you're an honorary member. They represent the King's trust, knowing we uphold the Green Pact, despite our exemption from it. You've more than earned it.
The Black Sap Rebellion is all but gone. I heard the Vine Dusk Rangers used a mercenary to shut them down. Hello. Is there anything you might need for your travels? I am always happy to do business with adventurers like yourself.
Black Sap Dominion? Who are we following now?
You seem a little too serious. Why don't you have a seat and relax? Come to think of it, everyone around here has been powerful serious lately. Maybe it's in the water.
Hello. You're here for a meal, correct? I mean, I don't want to be too forward or assume too much about your presence in my kitchen. Surely it's for food and not any sort of official business. I mean, I'm just a cook, after all.
The people in this town aren't very welcoming. My brother Roloda is ill. A healer told us the only way to cure his sickness was to consume a broth made from pulped insects. They say the broth is blessed by Ifri. I say it stinks. No, but thank you. I've been feeding broth to Roloda whenever he's awake. It seems like he's getting better. I hope he's getting better.